We are talking about detachment today, and this video is not about telling you to forget your desire, to let go of it completely. Okay, forgetting the desire is not a requirement in manifestation. Sometimes it happens naturally, and sometimes it can be helpful to go through it, but you can't force that. Okay, it can be helpful, especially if you have a negative story with whatever you are manifesting, because in that way you are not feeding that story, and at some point you are going to move on from it. You are going to start feeling good about yourself, about your life, and you are going to come naturally into alignment with the outcome you desire. Detaching and forgetting are two completely different things. And with many desires, you are not going to be able to completely forget about them. Thank goodness you're not required to. But you can always detach from a desire. Detaching from that desire that you have is going to help you to be consistent. You are not going to contradict yourself and your story. Detachment also happens naturally. It isn't something that you can force, but there are things that you can do to facilitate coming into that detachment. And that's what we are talking about today. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Elle. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. As I mentioned before, detachment is something that happens naturally. It's a natural reaction to you feeling fulfilled. It's like when you're hungry. You're very hungry and you feel like you need to eat something as soon as possible. You are only thinking about food because it is something that you want to have. You want to have it now. But then you have an amazing meal and you feel satisfied. You feel like you are fulfilled, right? Your whole thought process changes. Suddenly you are not connecting food with lack. It is not something that you need to have right now anymore. You are not having obsessive thoughts about food anymore. You are fulfilled. You are satisfied. Does it mean that you're never going to think about food again? No. But your association with food is completely different. This is what it means to be fulfilled. This is what happens when you fill your subconscious mind with the idea of having your desire. So the idea of having your desire replaces the lack. Therefore, there is no need anymore. There is no urgency. There is no impatience anymore. Okay? You are not feeling the way that you may be feeling right now. There is an inner shift. There is an inner change on how you perceive that desire, whatever you are manifesting, okay? But of course, there are a few things that you can do to achieve that detachment in a quicker way. The first thing that you can do is to check with you if the reason why you're manifesting that thing or that person is because you are craving attention, validation, reassurance, affection, approval. Okay, basically you are doing this to soothe yourself, to feel special, to feel better about your life. The reason why I'm starting with this while talking about detachment is that you can only feel fulfilled when you are your own source of attention, validation, support, affection, whatever you can think of. This is when you are going to feel fulfilled. That's when you are going to feel grounded and consistent in who you are. Because you should be the source of how you feel about yourself and your life. And to achieve that, you have to let go of the idea that you need someone or something to make you feel special, to make you feel better about who you are and how your life is. Another important thing is that we should learn to release control, okay? Especially over what is happening in front of us. But if you're manifesting a specific person, also over what is happening in their lives. Why do you care if they are going to parties or seeing someone or involved with someone? It's none of your business. It's not your story. So by doing that, you are feeding into your fears, your doubts. You are contradicting your inner world and the stories that you want to happen, your outcome. So because of that false idea that you have, that you need to control everything, that you need to know about everything that is happening around you, and you have to judge everything that is happening around you, you end up creating delays. Instead, what you should do is to focus on the idea that everything is taking you where you want to go, and that your circumstances, that every person in your life can change the way that you desire them to change. That nothing can stop you, that you don't have to worry or try to control anything, because you always get what you want. Because the universe is always managing things in your favor, okay? When you focus on those ideas, then you surrender. An important thing is also, in my opinion, to make sure that you are doing this for yourself, that you are in the center of your decisions, that you are not folding yourself into a pretzel to manifest someone or a certain kind of life, okay? You are on the driver's seat. It's about you. It's about you becoming a better version of yourself. Because when you think that way, your whole goal changes, okay? It makes sense suddenly. Then it's about you noticing the shift, not only getting to experience something outside of you. It's about you shifting the way that you feel and you think about yourself and your life. Basically, you are aligning yourself to a version that you would be if you already had that reality. You are not needy, and you are not desperate, and you are not impatient anymore. Becoming aligned to that state of consciousness is what is going to bring it by, to manifest it into a fact in your life. So you naturally relax. You are not looking for the signs outside of you. You are noticing the internal signs, the signs that you are a different person. For that, you may have to work on your relationship with yourself, trusting yourself, believing in your goals, and not always questioning everything that you want just because there is a voice within that is doubting that you can achieve it, okay? So when you strengthen that relationship that you have with yourself, when you understand that you can really change and choose how you want to feel about yourself, who you are, your identity, it makes manifesting so much easier. You are going to easily believe that you can achieve whatever you want. And last but not least, it is about learning to move into your feminine energy. And if you're a guy, this is not about gender, okay? We all have masculine and feminine energy. You manifest with your feminine energy because the masculine energy is about doing, is about controlling. And your feminine energy is about going with the flow. It's about receiving. It's about allowing. So you are releasing control over everything that is happening around you. You are settling with your intuition, that feeling that you want to have that desire, and that desire belongs to you. When you move from your masculine energy into your feminine energy, then you stop trying, controlling, doing, forcing, and you go into releasing, into receiving, flowing, into knowing things into being. And that's something that is really important in manifestation, okay? So guys, I really hope you learned something, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.